Hey guys, welcome into the Microsoft Viva apps description portion of the MS-900 foundations. We are going to go over the Viva suite today. We're going to go over, which is a collaboration tool within Microsoft 365. We're going to go over what the Viva apps are, how they fit into your employee experience, and then ways that you can use this information to prepare for the MS-900 training. If you guys are new to our YouTube channel, first, welcome. This YouTube channel, we have a number of different videos. We have entertainment videos, which go over remote work and reviews of different products that we use as a remote organization. We will go over how-to videos, how to use the Microsoft 365 suite of applications and tools. We have a podcast called the Work Wherever Podcast, which you see the sign here to my left. And on that podcast, we go over remote work, remote trends, technical trends, artificial intelligence, collaborative intelligence, so make sure you subscribe there. We're also on iTunes and Spotify. Then we'll have preparation courses like this one. So we will help you guys through the introduction to some of these applications in a more in-depth manner. We have introduction to Microsoft Teams, introduction to SharePoint, and this is our MS-900 prep course where we're going over a blanket of all the Microsoft Viva applications. If you guys are looking to take the MS-900 or you're looking to get more information about any of the Microsoft 365 suite of applications and tools, I highly recommend you subscribe to onlineacademy.cloud. It is our training platform where we have master classes, training courses, on-depth learning paths of how to adopt to Microsoft 365. This is both for corporations and power users, individual members who are looking to further their career in the IT space through the Microsoft platform. So go ahead and check that out. So let's go ahead and get into it. This will be describing Microsoft Viva apps in preparation for your MS-900. Let's go. So first, what is Microsoft Viva? So Viva is an integrated employee experience platform, or an EXP, that empowers people and teams to be their best, collaborate better, experience a remote work environment in a more in-depth and collaborative manner. Microsoft released the Viva platform during the 2020 pandemic to assist with organizations who were having trouble communicating and adopting to a remote culture. And so it is built to keep your culture and your employees engaged, as well as inspire leaders through data, analytics, information, and collaboration. And so the Microsoft Viva is powered by Microsoft 365. However, it is a separate subscription platform. There are certain tools that are available for free within Microsoft 365, like Viva Analytics, Viva Insights, Viva Connection, but there are pay-per-use ones like Viva Learning, Viva Growth, which gets into Viva Goals and some of the other ones. So it is not totally free. There is a $4 per user charge for some of these applications, but I'm telling you, they are well worth it. We are using it within our organization, and they are pretty cool. The Viva Topics is really cool. And so it is built into Microsoft Teams and experienced through Microsoft 365. So your employees can find whatever they need whenever they need it, assuming they have that license. And so Microsoft Viva is built to bring together tools for your employees to be more successful. So they ask less questions and are more informed at who your experts are within your organization and how to communicate and collaborate and track things around your organization. So there are 4 areas of Microsoft Viva: connection, insight, purpose, and growth. Those are the 4 areas of emphasis within the Viva environment. Again, they are connection, insight, purpose, and growth. Those are the 4. We're going to go into what exactly all of those mean, but at a high level, let's break those down. First off is connection. And so connection is to keep everyone informed, included, and inspired. And there are really 2 applications that Viva focuses on, at least right now. I'm sure this platform will expand. And those are Viva Connections and Viva Engage. Viva Connections is your gateway to the modern employee experience. Viva Connection offers organizations a branded company app for employees to find everything they need to get their jobs done and stay connected. Think of this as an intranet, similar to how Microsoft SharePoint communication sites flow and function, except now it's just a more branded, holistic experience. Think of it like a templated communication site for your organization, and ways that you can connect all areas of your environment through Microsoft Teams and SharePoint. Microsoft Teams then gives you that personalized home destination so that you can work through your communication site and your Viva connection. It'll provide you resources that you need to succeed, to whether it is a group calendar, communications, what types of things that are going on within your organization. It incorporates the Yammer platform as well. And then you have Viva Engage. And so Viva Engage is really where it kind of connects Yammer to this modern experience. And Viva Engage powers your social layer of Microsoft Viva through Microsoft 365 and Yammer. And so the Viva Engage connects leaders, employees to openly share ideas, problem solve, collaborate across boundaries. And the Viva Engage app is integrated into Microsoft Teams, formerly Communities, but still the same, with a little added twists here and there. And the Viva Engage app is there to power your organization through Yammer services. So if you had been using Yammer in a similar fashion, or you've seen some of our Yammer videos in the past, know that this is a rebirth of Yammer into the Viva platform. And this is one of the applications that comes to you free through the Yammer platform. It is not part of the $4 per user Viva license, although it is expanded upon through the $4 license. So these new Viva Engage features will also appear in Yammer Web, Desktop, and the mobile apps, just in case you were wondering if your organization is utilizing the Yammer application and you're wondering if it was going away. It's not. Just keep that in mind. So let's break this down a little bit. Here I have a Microsoft Teams environment here within the Microsoft 365. I'm going to go ahead and make that a big screen so we can break this down and we can get looking into Microsoft Viva and what it all it means. So this is Viva Insights, which we'll go into in a second. This is Viva Learning here, but let's get into Viva Connections. So Viva Connections, I do have a SharePoint site here. Notice this is a team site, and all I did here was add in this feed for Viva Connections. So this feed for Viva Connections is actually a web part. So if I were to edit this page, here is Viva Connections, and you do that by finding a blank space, hitting the plus sign, typing in Viva, which will then come in for feed for Viva Connections. I've already added it in, so there it is. And then you just go ahead and hit publish. And then after you do that, it's going to bring in a lot of the different, now I have it on there twice. It's going to bring in a lot of these Yammer communities and conversations that your team might be having. So let's go ahead and click see more. And it's going to bring up, well, that's going to bring up the Microsoft feed. But if you had communications around the Viva Connections, then you would see cards where you'd be able to see the communication that's happening within your organization to keep everybody going. And so here is this Viva Connections Teams integrated app that we just talked about how it is integrated. And so here is our landing page, which is our intranet here within, now this is a demo environment of Contoso, but you see that company feed again, you see the FAQs, you see strategies, company news. And so this is that intranet, which if you're looking at this and you're saying, well, what's the difference between this and a SharePoint communication site? It's the same thing. It's just now it is a single point within your environment where it is a designated intranet. Again, a lot of this Viva platform is repurposed, rebranded Microsoft 365 tools, but this is the Viva connection. And then we have Viva Engage. And so Viva Engage is the social platform that we just talked about. It's Yammer. Looks just like Yammer. We still have our Yammer communities here. And if we were to post anything, so let's go ahead and say, hi, everyone. This is a Yammer post. We'll say Viva Engage post, right? Because we want to make sure that we stop using the Yammer verbiage, even though Yammer will still be around. Similar to how Skype for Business was phased out in Teams, even though it's still Skype servers on the back end. I do think that that's how Yammer will be powered by Viva Engage because it's no longer called Yammer here. It's no longer called Communities. It's Viva Engage. So if we were to go back in here, let's go ahead and refresh this. We should see my post. And we don't. It could take a little bit of time. But that is how you use Viva Engage. And so if there were any questions, you can praise, you can add polls. It's very similar to how Yammer was used, except it's rebranded as Viva Engage. So let's get on to the next stage here. And we're going to talk about the next version of Viva. And we went over Viva Connect, which is the connections and then Engage. The second one would be Insight. Remember, we have 4: connection, insight, purpose, and growth. The next one is Insight. And Insight is to improve productivity and well-being with actionable insights within your organization. And you might have already seen this a bunch, and you've just called it Viva Insights or My Analytics was another way that this was called, and so we'll dive into this immediately. But if you've seen these, emails that had come out that used to come to you via your inbox that said My Analytics, this is what that is. So Viva Insights is essentially the same thing as My Analytics, as they've just expanded upon it. You do see activities now. You see different news or information, little headspace play. If I were to play this, it's going to give me a little video. Well, it didn't, but let's see if it'll play this time. I guess I had to refresh. Let's hit play. I don't know. But it will play like a little headspace, help you to refocus, reduce stress. You can say, how are you feeling today? I could say, I'm happy. So it's gathering information about me and how I feel. You also probably see these focus times around your environment. So it will take a look at your Outlook calendar and recommend a time for you to focus. And if you want to do that, you can add it to your calendar and actually help you focus. It does integrate into Microsoft Teams as well. So you'll see that information there. And so Viva Insights provides this data-driven, privacy-protected insights and actionable recommendations like focus time that helps everyone in your organization work smarter and achieve a balance, that work-life balance that we've talked so much about over the last couple of years. This is a tool to actively help you through that process. Whether it's personal, a manager, leader insights, it's all available within Viva Insights, also delivered directly to your inbox to make sure that you have all of that information, which is great. And also they put it in Microsoft Teams or through the web app to make sure that it's readily available too, so you can take advantage of this. It's not hard to use or hard to find. I mean, my Microsoft Teams will literally dive in through my activity bell to make sure that I'm focusing and assigning focus time. So it's great. It uses quantitative and qualitative data to empower individuals, managers, and leaders, improve their organization productivity through this balance. So you can see different ways in here. That has stay connected, which will bring up some of your connection information of things that are going around. There's protect your time, where you can build in focus time. You can take a look at your insights, which information you can make for quiet time and focus plans. You can take a look at meeting habits, which is great. It's really a way for you guys to protect your well-being and headspace around your day, because so oftentimes in this modern work environment, we have seen back-to-back Teams calls and Teams meetings. And this app is really here to go over who your top collaborators are, how much time you spend in meetings, how much focus time you have to actually get productive. You can send praise as well. So it's a really cool app. Not necessarily a brand new app, but it is a very cool app within the Viva environment to allow you to protect your time. And so that is Insight. The next one would be Purpose. And Purpose is to align people's work to team and organizational goals. Now we're getting into the pay per license of Viva. These next two, Purpose and Growth, they are part of the $4 license fee within the Microsoft 365 Viva platform. And I think they're worth it. I think they're really, really cool. And so the first one would be Viva Goals. And so Viva Goals is a goal setting and objectives and key results. So an OKR management solution for your entire organization. Viva Goals allows you to connect your employees to your organizational goals. So if you're setting your epics, you're setting your OKRs, you're setting these organizational goals, you can connect your employees. Here, you can assign out tasks. You can make sure that notifications go out automatically for them to update something. You can see how you're tracking and your trends. It's a very cool tool. It helps you stay aligned at scale to drive business results and empower people and teams to understand their impact at a large scale. You can actually physically show people the impact that they're having on an organization and within your OKRs through these dashboards and through these analytics. It's a great tool. You can manage and surface goals with various interfaces and integrations such as Teams, web, mobile, and email. And you do this through delivering notifications streamlined to members' inboxes or through their activity bell within the Microsoft Teams environment. Since it is not a free tool, I'm actually not able to show it to you within a demo environment. The only way that I actually have to show this to you is within my own organizational data, and I've decided not to do that unless you guys subscribe to the onlineacademy.cloud. But I can say that once you create the OKRs and you're going through the OKRs, you can create tasks, you can create different information to make sure that things are being tracked. And so within the goals environment, there is a left side navigation where you have notifications, you have an explorer, you can view who's on your team and on which teams, which syncs with 365. Then you can overview all teams, what their OKRs are. You can overview all users, which again, this does require a license. It's a $4 per user license within the users of Viva Goals. You have an activity feed to see what people are doing and how they're doing it. And then you have a summary view. And that summary view will show you on a trend line, an estimated trend line, as to where you're at in percentage of completion of your goal, where you're slipping, where any risks might be associated, and then who needs to be pinged and what the status are. And so the status within your OKRs will actually show you if it's on time, if it's a risk, if it's behind. So it's pretty good. We use it. And it will make you add objections. It'll make you or objectives rather. It'll make you bulk check-in for your tasks that you have assigned to you. So think of it as like MS Project, but instead of for a specific project that you are assigning resources to, this is for your internal goals within your organization. So very cool. Maybe I'll show it to you another time, but I just didn't want to put my own company data out there. Hopefully you guys can understand that one. The final one here is growth. And so growth I can show you. And so growth is Viva Learning and Viva Topics. Viva Learning is a centralized learning hub in Microsoft Teams that lets you seamlessly integrate learning and building skills into your day. It also connects with third-party applications like LinkedIn Learning, GitHub, some of these other learning platforms. So it's really powerful, and you can create your own learning paths for your employees by connecting learning management systems and third-party providers, as well as Microsoft Learn tools that is free to you. So along with these AI providing recommendations, it also allows for easy sharing, assigning, tracking capabilities. You can see who has gone over which trainings. So let's take a look at that. This is the Viva Insights. So we'll go ahead and go into Microsoft Teams, and we're going to click on these three dots, and we're going to open up Viva Learning right here. It's already there because I typed it in, but if you don't see it, just type in Viva. Here is Viva Learning. Now, Viva Learning is both free and part of the licensing. So there are certain things that you can do for free, and there are certain things that you cannot. If you wanted to create custom learning paths with the tracking and all of that stuff, that's actually costs money. Additionally, you're not able to bring in LinkedIn Learning and some of your third-party integrations unless you have those subscriptions, which you have to purchase through LinkedIn Learning platforms, which actually LinkedIn Learning is owned by Microsoft. So some of the Microsoft 365 trainings, like this these Microsoft Learn, if I were to click them, it's actually going to open up documentation. So this is going to say something went wrong. It's likely because we do not subscribe to the Viva Learning platform or the Viva tools here within this demo environment. But you can see here through Microsoft Learn that this information, we do have it. You can, if anything were assigned to me, I could click on My Learning. These would be the My Learning courses that I have tabbed, starred, favorited, or have been assigned to me. I can also take a look at the ones that I've completed or the ones that I've viewed. Through the AI learning tool that we talked about, anything that was recommended to me, maybe it's people within my organization are starting to take it, I can click on Recommended to You, and then I can browse those courses here. If I was an admin, I can go into the admin section and I can manage any of the learning platforms. Again, we don't have a license, so there's not going to be anything there. But yeah, I can pin this over here. I can star certain courses. I can share them out. This little guy will save it. But again, I do see these LinkedIn learnings, but if I were to click on these, I'm actually not able to take it because I don't have a LinkedIn license assigned. Oh, wait, look at that. This one is actually going to let me do it. That's pretty cool. Not all of them are like this. So some of them will require a LinkedIn Learning license. Some of them are company licenses. But as you can see, I'm actually able to take this whole Sales Navigator course. So that is pretty cool. So this is LinkedIn Learning. It is a very cool tool that I think is well worth the $4 license, especially if you are building learning platforms internally for your organization. The next one is Viva Topics. And now I'm just going to do a quick look here because I'm not going to be able to share with you guys Viva Topics. But if I type in Viva, you'll see all the other ones in here. Viva Sales, which is part of the goals environment. You have Viva Engage, Viva Insights, which we've already talked about, Viva Learning. So there's a ton of these Viva suites that are starting to get rolled out. There's Viva Connections, Viva, that's not Viva CRM, that's Viva Sales is up here. So there's a ton of these tools that are starting to get brought out that you'll want to keep a lookout for as we move forward. Now, Viva Topics, it delivers knowledge discovery experience that helps people connect to information and experts across your organization, which is super, super cool. And it uses artificial intelligence to automatically organize company-wide content and expertise into relevant topic cards. And then once you click on these topic cards, it opens up a topic page, which is similar to a SharePoint page, where you'll be able to see related documents, conversations, videos, and most importantly, people. So they will designate people and identify them as experts on a specific topic through the artificial intelligence within Viva Topics to bring that knowledge to your user base in the Microsoft 365 platform. And again, it does integrate with Microsoft Teams. I do not have the ability to show you this on this environment because we do use it internally and it is really cool, but I can't show it to you in this video, unfortunately, because I don't have a demo environment around it and I don't want to show you my internal data. But what it does is it will use artificial intelligence to identify acronyms, pieces of information that exist within your environment. So I'll give you an example of how it did this internally within our organization. I wrote a company-wide post, a news article that I posted through SharePoint on a communication site. Once I published that page, I used three different words in that. First off was capital, and I spelled it CPTL, which is our abbreviation for Capital Presence. That's actually our acronym for our company, but we call ourselves Capital for people using the CPTL spelling. Since we use CPTL so frequently within our Microsoft 365 platform, it identified it as an acronym and linked it to a topic page, just automatically created it. And if you were to hover over it, it would show documentation, PowerPoint presentations, Word documents that exist within our SharePoint environment that link it, and then it would assign members as potential experts in this based on documents that were created where the word capital was used and described. So since I had used capital previously on other documents, PowerPoints, Word documents, etc., I was the author of those documents, so it identified me as a potential expert as to what CPTL is and means. It also brought in Bing searches from the internet, which was really cool. The other ones were Microsoft 365 and AWS. And we had created PowerPoint presentations around what is Microsoft 365 and what is AWS. It pulled those and then wrote out definitions for AWS and Microsoft 365 based on our presentations and documentations within our own SharePoint environment around those topics. It created a topic card for them and then identified which users were going to be seen as experts for these topic cards. This is super, super, super useful when you guys are looking to bring on new employees, because employees can see these topics, think of it as like a wiki. If you've ever used Wikipedia and you go to Wikipedia and the names are blue, it'll be like, Capital. Capital Presence is a Microsoft 365 and AWS, partner. And Capital would be the first Wikipedia page that you see, or topic for Microsoft 365. The next words, Microsoft 365 and AWS, would be blue. If I clicked on Microsoft 365, it would open up a Wikipedia page, right? The next Wikipedia page. These are how topics work. So it's just another topics page that says who the experts are, what some documents are related where you can find this information, and then a brief description as to what it is. It's fantastic, and it helps expand knowledge to your employees within your environment. So, guys, hopefully you got a lot out of this. This is our Viva Apps overview, and just to put a bow on all of this, we'll talk about the 4 again and what they are. So those 4 again are connection, and that's to keep everyone informed, included, and inspired. Insight, to improve productivity and well-being and actionable insights. Purpose, to align people's work and team organizational goals. And then growth, to help employees learn, grow, and succeed. Connection, those applications again, Viva Connections and Viva Engage. Insights right now is just Viva Insights, but I'm sure they'll expand upon that. Purpose is Viva Goals. Growth is Viva Learning, Viva Topics, and Viva Sales, which is a role-based sales portion of Microsoft Viva. And I guess I didn't really touch on that one, so I'll touch on that one really quick, which Viva Sales is a seller experience application that uses Microsoft 365 and Teams. It automatically captures access and register data into any customer relationship management systems or CRMs that you might be using, like Dynamics 365, which is what we use internally, or if you're using like a Salesforce or a HubSpot. And it's designated to help sellers boost productivity, lighten workloads, save time, and give salespeople tools that they have or need to succeed. So it is definitely a pretty cool tool. Let's see if I have it here, Viva Sales. It looks like I can show you a little bit about Viva Sales. So in order to do this, let me do this really quick, and then we'll put a bow on this. But this is Viva Sales, and so here in Viva Sales, what I did was I went to this 3 dots. I searched for Viva Sales, and when I click Viva Sales, it's going to open up this Viva Sales platform, which is going to, again, Microsoft Viva Sales automates data entry and brings AI to sellers. And so you'll bring information where you'll be able to communicate within your CRM platform. It is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. Now what this did is it opens up my DC sales team, which is my chat here. And so here within this, we can say hello. It knows that the DC sales team is part of the sales integration because of this is actually a team that we had built. It's a tag within one of the teams. So it knows to use this. And there is AI based behind it Let me pull it up this again so I can kind of walk you through a little bit more, since we didn't purchase it here. But it does connect Outlook to Microsoft Teams as well as your sales CRM. It'll pull in information and it'll place it within the Viva Sales platform as well as your Microsoft Teams communications. Here you can see like a little bit more of an in-depth, a little bit here through these screenshots. Again, I don't have this information as part of the premium, but down here you'll be able to see some of the informations within Viva. You'll be able to hit these three dots and we can search through our opportunities within Dynamics, any accounts we might have, contacts. If there was an opportunity, I would be able to search it. I could say, sale or whatever, type in an opportunity number, and then I would be able to share it through a card. Similar to how you can share other information through in Microsoft Teams. But notice that it identified Washington, D.C. sales team as one of our sales projects. That's through Viva Sales. Very, very cool. But you have to sync it up with your sales CRM, which we don't have one here in this demo environment. So maybe on another video, or if you go to onlineacademy.cloud, we will have the paid behind the paywall, and we can break that down a little bit more. So next time, guys, we're going to dive a little deeper into the MS-900 training. We're going to go through the next portion of the MS-900. We'll go through a deeper into the collaboration tools. We do have another Viva 365 MS-900 course that is around Microsoft Teams and the collaboration, so I definitely recommend that you go through that. We went over the Viva today. We went over the 4 Viva topics. The next time we're going to go over endpoint modernization, and we'll make sure that we understand how to manage concepts and deploy options within Microsoft 365. Again, this is all part of preparing for the MS-900. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of this. Make sure you like and subscribe. If there's anything that you guys are looking for, information, questions you have about the MS-900, please let me know. I did pass the MS-900. I am certified. So I'm here to answer those questions. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Like and subscribe to our YouTube platform. Be on the lookout for onlineacademy.cloud. And until next time, see you.
Hey there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for all the latest videos from Capital Presence.